What's up, guys? I'm back again with another video. We're going to talk about how to hook up some wireless headphones to the Shure SM7B microphone and the GoXLR Mini, or just your original GoXLR. Stick around. I don't want you to miss any of this information. All right, guys, I hope you're having an awesome night. Guess what? 2020 is now ending. But before it ends, I'm going to let you guys go out with some great information on using wireless headsets like these Astro A50s. Everybody wants to use wireless headsets these days, especially when they're streaming, they're gaming, anything to do with their PC and all of that, especially with a nice microphone and your GoXLR mix amp. Who doesn't want to, right? All right, guys, I'm going to show you all exactly how we can hook this up. There'll be no echo, there'll be no anything, and it'd be pretty smooth. All right. If you're new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Join up with the Trippy gang. Also, drop a thumbs up on the video if the content was helpful to you in any type of way. I would greatly appreciate it. Other than that, as always, like, share, subscribe, baby. Let's go. All right, guys. So you've got to have a GoXLR, and you've got to have any type of auxiliary cable. This one's brand new. It's just a little $7 cable from Big Lots. This one here is literally just any type of little 3.5 millimeter, auxiliary cable. Both of them are 3.5 millimeter jacks. And that one actually came from the dollar store. So you can find these just about anywhere you want. All right, I'm going to shrink up my camera now, and we're going to talk about exactly all of the information. I'm going to walk you through it step by step, exactly how you put all this together. All right, let's take a look. All right, guys, so let's take the camera here and just make it a little bit smaller. I'm going to put myself up here in the corner, and I'll take my logo. We'll just make it disappear for now. All right. All right, guys. I want to pull up some photos for you. That way it's a little more helpful. All right, guys. So this here is what your Astro A50s look like while they're sitting on the actual charging dock mix amp. So the mix amp, charging dock, all of that with the Astro A50s are all built into one, okay? Now, if you want to update your Astros before you do this, all you got to do is go to Google and search Astro Command Center. Make sure that your headphones are sitting the correct way on the mix amp here and the charging dock, whatever you want to call it. Make sure it's on there, nice and neat, the way it's supposed to be. It's getting a good connection. Plug it in to your computer through the USB cable that comes with it, the power cable, and just go in there and do a final update. All right, with that being said, now, down here at the bottom, you've got PC, PS4. You can buy the Astro A50s to where they're either for the PC or PS4 or the Xbox and PC. The ones I have are for Xbox, PC. I had mine probably a little over a year now. I got them for my Xbox X, the older version, probably, like I said, a little over a year ago. Never really used them. Just kind of never was an Xbox player, so I decided I'm just really not going to mess with it very much. So anyways, with that being said, I decided now's the chance I'm going to hook them up to my PC, run them to my GoXLR. That way I can have wireless headset, bypass all these cables and all this hanging down, and be more comfortable while streaming. All right, so right here, let me kill this light, guys. That way it's not so bright in everybody's face. There we go. All right, so you want to choose PC right here, okay? That way all the power is coming to your PC, and as far as the command center, it's set up for that. This right here would be an extra place if you need to charge something. Excuse me. It's not going to hurt it at all. Then you've got your optical in, optical out. Now your optical in or optical out would be for something else related with the GoXLR. And what I mean by that is if you were going to hook these up using PC and console both. So if you wanted to actually say, hey, I want to use these to stream while playing on my PS5 or Xbox Series X, you could. So you would have to run, you know, optical cable from the GoXLR over to the actual PS5, you know, or over actually to this. So that's a different video. If you guys want to know how to actually hook up your GoXLR and your Astro A50s to your console, go ahead and smack that like button, drop it in the comment below letting me know, and you know what? I'll hook you guys up. All right, so now you've got your auxiliary right here in the back. You've got your micro USB. All right, let's get the cables here. I'm just going to use the pink one, for example, while it's already, you know, undone. So the reason I couldn't use the original pictures was because mine is already hooked up. And if I unhooked everything, then I would have to find another way to hook up my microphone and everything else to be able to communicate with you guys. All right, so I need you to take the micro USB cable, which is micro USB on one end, and it's your regular USB on the other end. I need you to plug in that. That's going to be the power cord that actually goes to this headset. So plug it in right here on the corner, and then I need you to plug it into the back of your PC or the front, either or, as long as it's getting power. Okay, once again, make sure this is on PC. All right, now you're going to take your 3.5 millimeter auxiliary cable, and you're going to plug it to where it says auxiliary right here, okay? All right, that's all you have to do with that. Next thing we're going to talk about is, all right, by the way, this is what your Astro A50s look like, just in case, you know, some of you all are getting them mixed up with the 40s. All right, now, so what we're going to do is, this is what your actual GoXLR looks like. All right, now, right here on the front of your GoXLR, you have the pink 3.5 millimeter jack, and you have a green 3.5 millimeter jack. So this pink one here does not involve you at all because you're not hooking a microphone up to this, as far as not the front. Now, right here on this one, you actually have another end that your 3.5 millimeter jack, but you're not going to plug that into it. What you're going to do is you're actually going to go on Amazon and you're going to purchase something called the MPAL. All right, so the MPAL is something that pulls, you know, it's an isolator. It's actually going to pull like all the squeals and all these weird noises. Sometimes you know how you can plug up something and it's got that like roaring sound to it, or like this like screeching sound, or just like it's got weird sounds that'll come from it, you know, like maybe like a real loud squeal. All right, so this here is an isolator that's going to pull that noise out to where you do not hear that. Now the other end is going to be the end. You're going to plug it in to this black box right here on the front of the MPAL. Now these things are going to cost you about $11 on Amazon, so they're pretty cheap. When I bought mine, it was about $8. I think Amazon's pretty much caught on to, hey, a lot of people actually are starting to use these, so let's jack up the price. Anyways, they're about $11. You may be able to find a cheaper one. If you do, I would totally recommend it. MPAL is totally recommended by lots of streamers. Like, this box has never let me down. All right, so you're going to plug this pink one into there. The other end is going to be where? Into the back of your A50 mix amp that is actually, you know, your charging dock is built into it. All right, so plug those up, and then this end right here is where we're going to go back, and we're actually going to plug it up right here in the green one. And if you'll take a close look at your 3.5 millimeter jacks, they actually have the little black going around them right here. So this is how you know that these are actual 3.5 millimeter jacks. They'll be black going around the tip. All right, plug that in to the green right here, okay? So this goes into the MPAL. MPAL goes straight into the GoXLR. All right, once you get that done, all right, here's an example. If you want to get, now this is the kind that I have. This end right here is what's going into the back of my A50s. And this end right here is actually, this end goes into my A50s and this goes into my MPAL. Reason being is so that we don't bend things. Now, if you just want to go to Walmart and grab a cheap one for like $4 or $5, it's like 4 foot long. That's what I have. You can do that. Or you can run out to Big Lots and buy one that's like $7 and it's 6 foot long. So still got, you know, the price tag on it right there. And like I said, this one's 6 foot long. Either or you can run down to the dollar store and grab one. And this one is probably close to 3 or 4 foot. And this one here is about a $4 or $5 cable. And they all work perfect. Doesn't matter, you know, which way you get it. But I just wanted to show you this one for an example. It's got the black around it, showing that it's the 3.5 millimeter auxiliary. And this one here just keeps from it bending all the wires, you know, pushing out and all that. All right, so once that's done, guys, then you're actually going to take your Shure microphone and you're going to plug it up like normal. It's actually, you know, you're going to take this piece up here and you're going to take your GoXLR cable, or I'm sorry, your XLR cable, and you're just going to plug it down in there. And then you're actually going to go over, and right here on the back of this box is going to be another plug-in for the other end of the XLR. Just plug those two in. That's going to be it completely. You won't do anything else besides, of course, you've got to go into tchelicon.com or just go to Google and search it, and you have to download the GoXLR Mini software. But if you're already on the GoXLR, then you're already aware that you have to download the software in order to be able to run it. And the software that I'm talking about actually looks like this, okay? So it's pretty simple. It just gives you a way to go in and set up everything. Now, I'm going to pull the the OBS over so you guys can see it. All right. Now, if you're anything like me, I keep all of my stuff in a folder. That way it's separated, it's not a mess, and I can keep up with everything. But hey, each to their own. If you want everything separated, like audio input, audio output, that's perfectly fine. What we're going to be doing here is we're not going to be using audio input. We're not going to use audio output, none of that. So what you're going to do is you're actually going to come down here and you're going to right click on your speaker after everything is hooked up. Turn the power on, of course. For your output device, you want to make sure that you choose System TC Helicon GoXLR Mini. And then you want to make sure that, all right, let me go back over here. I don't think you guys were able to see that because I was on top of it. If you was able to see that, then I do apologize. I'm showing this again. All right, so let me do this here. All right, I'm going to have to move my camera. All right, let's put it right there for now. So you want to make sure that your output device, so you're going to right click on the speaker right here, click on Open Sound Settings. This is going to come up. All right, make sure that your output device is on System TC Helicon GoXLR Mini. And then you want to make sure that choose your input device is on Broadcast Stream Mix TC Helicon GoXLR Mini. Okay, so it's going to give you different choices. You want to talk just like I am to make sure that sound is coming through. Now listen to this. All right, that might have been a little loud in your ear. If it was, I apologize. I just wanted you to know that this microphone is really the microphone working. All right, go up here to your sound control panel up on the right. Under playback, I need you to make sure that everything is disabled. And if you don't know how to do that, just right click on it. And of course, it would say disable instead of enable. All right, and then make sure you disable everything that you're not using. Of course, you're going to see Astro A50 Game, Astro A50 Voice. You don't want any of that to be checked. You want to scroll all the way down until you find System, and you want to right click on it, and you want to make sure that you enable it if it's not already. And if it gives you the choice, you want to make it your default device. So that's it. The rest of these will not be working. If the sample or music, you know, or like even game chat, if any of those are checked, you will have an echo. So do not hook up the echo. Come over to recording, and you want to do the same thing. You know, you got the 1080p, that's my camera, everything. There's my Astro A50 Game. Does not matter. Disable everything and make sure that the only one is checked is your Broadcast Stream Mix, which of course you can see the green lines moving because that's what I'm talking on, okay? So with that being said, everything else is disabled. Those are the only two things that are enabled. Then you're going to close off of this, and now we're going to actually bring this back over. All right, so we're going to move this back over here. Now, let's talk about this. So right here under sound, what you're going to do first, go to settings, and you're going to go to audio. Okay, so over here, your sample rate needs to be at 48 kilohertz, and then your channels needs to be stereo. All right, desktop audio, put it at default. Your desktop audio 2, disabled. Mic auxiliary audio, of course, is going to be Broadcast Stream Mix TC Helicon GoXLR Mini. The rest of these will be disabled. You will not use them. No ands, if, buts about it. All right, make sure you click apply down here at the bottom. If not, they will not stay. When you're done, click OK. All right, now what you want to do is right here, only thing that I have showing, now you can have more, but you do not need an audio input and an audio output like you normally would with your original USB or any other, like if you was using an auxiliary cable just running straight to your headphone set, you normally would use that. But whenever you talk and whenever you listen to music or if you're watching a YouTube video, this bar is going to move for both of them. But here's the way it works. If I push this button, it totally mutes it. No sound at all as far as in music, YouTube, any of that is coming through. That's the right button on my GoXLR, which I'll show you in a second. But if I push this button, now you're probably wondering what I was saying, but I said if I push this button, you can't hear me at all. And you couldn't because that's the mute button over on my GoXLR. It controls both of these, okay? And you may think, well, if it's moving the meter for your like game sound and your voice sound, isn't that a little too loud? No, it's not. That's perfectly the way you want it because you get to control it from your GoXLR box. So if they tell you, hey, your microphone's louder than your game chat, it's perfectly fine. You can control it from your GoXLR. Just turn it down or go into the software app and turn it down. Other than that, like this is my camera. My camera has a built-in speaker. I have it muted, but I also have it disabled inside of, the sound control panel. So just make sure you do that. But as far as the broadcast stream mix, I got this part right here to where it's right at -20 because I don't want it to, blare. But I can also, as you see here, if I turn it down, if you see right here, see, I can literally go in. Have you noticed that my voice got quieter? Because I'm controlling it from my GoXLR. All right, so now my voice is back up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually turn it down just a little more because I don't want it to be too loud. Now, what we're going to do is we're actually going to turn on the Astro headset. All right, so now I'm going to come back over here. I'm just going to load up something random. I have no idea what I'm going to load up. All right, we'll load up something on Twitch, but I want you all to see sound is coming through this, but there's not an echo. All right, so let's just go click on my buddy, the fish_TV. Now, if I turn it up, it's going to get louder.
Hello, darling. Near San Francisco? Nice, dude. Nice. I myself am from Oz, so I have no idea where the hell San Francisco is.
All right, now I'm going to pull it away, and even though you'll still be hearing his sound come through because the game chat is hooked to it, but you won't notice that the meter moves as far.
Bitch. Hold on, I gotta go back to code stream. Mute him too.
All right, there you go. So it wasn't moving as far.
Where's
All right, so there you have it. It's actually working, okay?
I can't even spectate.
So now we're going to close off of this, and we're going to go back to my home screen. Guys, that's it. You don't have to do anything else. So your Astro A50s are working. You can use your wireless headset. You can be comfortable. No more crazy wires. You can use your Shure SM7B microphone and your GoXLR Mini, or you can use your original GoXLR. Doesn't matter what size GoXLR you have. Either, it doesn't matter. Only difference is the actual headphone jack that you're going to plug into, the little green one I showed you. Instead of it being on the front of your original GoXLR, it's actually going to be on the back. So there's no difference at all. Guys, I hope this has been very, very helpful to you all. If it has, go ahead and smack that subscribe button. Don't forget to drop a like on the video. And we do hope you join up with the Trippy Gang today. With that being said, guys, it has been absolutely fun. It's been absolutely amazing. And I've enjoyed sticking around and helping you guys out. So, hey, with that, guys, like, share, subscribe as always. And I will see you all next time in the next video. Have a good one. Be blessed. Be safe. Be kind to each other. And guess what? Happy 2020, guys. I know the year's been rough and I know the year's been terrible. But 2021, hopefully, will be the best for all of us. Guys, I'll see you soon. Peace out.